Hello and welcome to video number 2. Now in this video what we're going to do is go through how you actually make money by using this entire method, okay, the entire campervan commissions method. Now the way this works is you're going to be making money primarily from affiliate products, okay, because this is the easiest way for anybody to start making money on the internet. By you being an affiliate, all you simply do is sell somebody else's product and you get a nice big chunk of the profits made. So if you was to sell a product for say $27, the chances are you'll get half or maybe 75% of that, and any additional products that the person buys as they go through the entire sales funnel. So you could make around $22, or if they purchase a lot more products within the sales funnel, then you could make anywhere up to $500 or $1,000 depending the price points on the actual products that you promote. So I'm not going to overcomplicate it too much. I'm just going to walk you through the exact process on what you need to do when you choose offers to actually promote. And this is what I do before I go away for the weekends. I do the groundwork, I do a lot of this stuff so that when I'm away in my camper van, all I simply do is push a few buttons on my laptop and my iPhone and I can constantly make money, okay? And you'll kind of get to see how I do that as we go through the course. So the very first thing that you're going to want to do, and you could do this of course if you just work from home every day. You don't just have to do this if you travel like I do, but the great thing is you can, if you want to travel all over the world, if you want to travel to different countries, and if you want to go on vacation and whatever, you can use this type of method, this type of strategy with kind of any lifestyle that you want to lead. And that's the great thing about this entire business model that I'm teaching you here. So the very first thing you need to do is choose an actual offer that you want to promote. What I normally do is come to Munch Eye. This is a good place to start so you can get a good idea on the products that are going to be promoted. Now even if you're a newbie, if you're a little bit of a beginner, then of course things will take a little bit of time for you to get well known within the industry so that you're well known as a serious affiliate. The problem that a lot of beginners and a lot of newbies face is when you want a review copy from someone so you can go through it, review the product, and then write a good honest review about it and possibly make a video. Product vendors like myself, we want to make sure that the people that we're giving a copy of our product to are definitely serious. Now initially you might find that it's quite difficult to get a free copy, but don't think that's a reason to stop or a reason not to do it, because all you have to do is just have a little bit of patience, give it a few weeks, and the more you hang around, the more they see you around on and this is the reason why Facebook is such a good platform to use, because you can reach out to these people that are releasing products within the marketplace and you can actually message them direct and say, look, hey, my name's such and such, I'm looking to promote your product next week. I just wondered if you could possibly send me a copy over, a free copy, so I can go through it and do a review on YouTube, and also put it on my training blog, which is XYZ. And if you have an email list, you can just tell them that you have a list as well. The thing about this entire strategy and business model is it will kind of it will snowball over time. So initially, yes, you may find, you may have a few obstacles. People may not believe what you say is the truth and all that, but as long as you come across as as serious, in time the serious individuals are going to stick out, and the people that just want a free copy, because they just want a free copy and they're not really interested about promoting the actual product, All this will come through eventually. Okay, so the people like myself we can easily identify the people that are genuine affiliates and the people that just want free stuff. Yeah. So you haven't got to worry about any of that. We soon pick up on the people that are serious. If you hang around and ask us enough questions and kind of show us your sites and your blog and all of that, it's only a matter of time before we all know that you're serious. So then from that point onwards, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get free copies. And don't forget, when you get free copies of these products, you get to go through them yourself for completely free, and you get a free product. So you can learn by this stuff at the same time as you can make money from it. So it's kind of like a win-win. It's a double bonus. It's a brilliant way to generate some income. So Munch Eye, where we are at the moment, this is an area, as I said, where all the launches get advertised. So you can choose which internet marketing product you would like to promote at a certain date. Always give yourself a good 2 to 3 days before the product goes live, so you can get your review out there, you can get your campaign set up, everything in place. And this is the very first place I come to. Before I even do anything else, I come here because you need to choose a product that you want to promote. Now, I can't tell you which ones to promote because we all have experiences and skills and interests in different things. Yeah, we're not all exactly the same. Like, for instance, I like products to do with affiliate marketing, traffic, and stuff like that. You might like products, or you might be more interested, and you might know more about things like software, tools, and maybe e-com. Stuff like that, e-commerce. You might be more interested in Facebook and stuff like that. So it's kind of difficult for me to say to you, look, these are the best products to actually promote. There isn't really any best type of product to actually promote. You just have to look at who's going to be releasing it, and also what you prefer to talk about. If anything, if you're a newbie and if you're a beginner, then you just obviously have to just get your foot in the door, start going over these products, get some experience, get some practice, go through these training products, and just make the best review possible. Okay, and just be honest in your review. Yeah, I'll show you how to do the review later in the course, so don't worry about any of that. So this is the first place you need to come to. You need to come here, choose a product that you want to promote, and then email the actual person that's going to be releasing the product so you can get a copy. As I said, Facebook is a good way to do that. Otherwise, if you go to the actual product itself, there's nearly always a JV page that you can actually access. So you click on the link here, and then there's normally a JV link on the side of the page. So this one, for instance, if you just look over here, it says JV page. It tells you what platform it's on. This one's going to be $37, 50% commission, so you get about $18 a sale. This is going to be on the Warrior Plus network. So if we go over here, click on the link for the JV page, and it will take us to the JV page, and it tells you all about the product. Okay, and at the bottom of the page, you can normally get their email address, contact. Yeah. And you can either add these guys on Skype, add them on Facebook, or email them personally. So whichever you do, tell them that you're a serious affiliate and you wish to promote it. As I said, at first, if you are a complete newbie and a complete beginner, it's a bit more difficult, but you have to start somewhere. I had to start somewhere, and I was in the same position many years ago. You just have to start, make a little bit of an effort, and this is why Facebook's good, because they can see that you're active. And if you socialize with a lot of product sellers on Facebook, then they're going to know that you're a real person, you're a real marketer, and you're interested in really kind of building a good business online and becoming a good affiliate. So when they start to see all of this, and they see your name come through and you email them, they'll have no problems giving you a copy Yeah, please bear that in mind. Do not think that this is too difficult for you to get a copy, or even if they don't sometimes get back to you the first time, don't worry about it. Just move on. It just takes a little bit of time to kind of build some momentum. As soon as you get a little bit of how can I put it? As soon as you have become a bit more experienced and you've maybe done a couple of promotions, you'll then have some kind of proof to send people to say, look, I've made some sales, I know how to do it. Just give me this chance to send you a few sales, and I can sort of progress from there. You just have to, it does snowball over time, and it does get easier. I guarantee it does get easier in time. But at the start, people like myself, that release products into the marketplace, we have to be careful on who we approve to be an affiliate, because sometimes this doesn't happen that much, but sometimes there's affiliates out there that will send garbage traffic, really, really low quality traffic that they've purchased for like $5, and they'll send thousands of people to the sales page, and it will harm our conversions. That's mainly the reason why we have to be careful on who we approve. So I hope you understand that. It's not because of any other reason. We just have to be careful. At the end of the day, this is our business. These are our product launches that we have to take care of, and we have to keep the stats and the numbers high. So this is what you do. Contact the vendors, get a review copy, and then you can obviously go through the product yourself and then create a good review of the product. Now, as I said to you before, if you want to create a review, I normally do a video review on my blog. So if we go to my blog here, these are all of my reviews. Okay, affiliate rebirth review, trafficker review plus bonus, traffic problem solved review plus bonus, lazy method review plus mega bonus. So these are all of my product reviews that I do, and more often than not I set these up before I'm about to go out for a couple of days, or as I said, if I do go away in my camper van, I'll set one of these up before I go, and I'll just maintain it over the weekend, and it makes me lots of money. So this is how you can do it. You can create a blog, create a review, and then put your review on your blog. So for instance, if we go to this one, this is just a product that I recently promoted. I'll just pause that. Alright, so if we go to the top here, so this is the review that I actually did. Yeah, it's not very difficult. Like I said, this is the reason why you need some type of a blog. If you create your actual review here, yeah, I put like a little bit of text at the top there when it's going to be going live, a link above the video, a link below the video, and then I talk about the main course, any additional offers they have in the funnel, any upgrades. I go into summary, I do a quick summary of the product, and then another link, and then some of my bonuses here, yeah, and then closing thoughts, and then another link to the product. And these work really well. Okay, you can by all means you can kind of use my layout, use a very similar type of layout. Now I know what you're thinking right now. Well, Paul, does this actually work very well? I'm not 100% sure if what you just said to me actually works. Okay, so I want to make this crystal clear. I want you to be crystal clear that what I've just shown you works, and works very, very well, so that you can go out there and do the same for yourself. So what I do is I make a video on YouTube, yeah, a review, and I put that video, I embed it on my blog, and as I said, I just do a review post here. So I'm now going to prove to you that what I do here does actually work, so because I know what it's like when you go through courses and when you go through products, you can sometimes be very, very kind of skeptical with the training that you go through, and it kind of leaves you feeling like, well, does this actually work? I really don't know if this works. I'm not that confident that if I put all this effort in, like Paul's telling me here, is this really going to make me any money? I've been through courses like that myself, and I've been like, well, I don't know if this is going to work. So I'm now going to prove to you how effective this is, right? So this product here is called Traffic Problem Solved. Yeah, review plus bonus. Yeah, we'll go through the nuts and bolts of the actual strategy I use as we go through more in the course. So kind of bear with me. Obviously each video I cover a different kind of topic. So this is the actual review that I did. Now, I did this on Warrior Plus. This was the actual the Warrior Plus network is the actual marketplace which I did the promotion on. So what we're now going to do is go to my stats. Yeah, so traffic problem solved. Yeah, go to Warrior Plus. Right, now traffic problem solved. This is the promotion that I did. Now you see my tracking link there where it says blog. Okay, I had 106 people click. Well, if we go back here, these links here, right, where it says grab traffic problem solved here plus my super bonus package. I've got an arrow at each end. I've got one there. I've got another one there and another one there. Okay, I have had 106 people, unique people, click one of those 4 links, go through and buy the product. Yeah. 106 people click the link. Out of those 106 people, 54 people have made a purchase. That is 50.9% conversions with an EPC, an earnings per click, which means for every person that clicks the link on that blog made me $8.86. Yeah, that isn't a sale. That was just for every person that actually clicked, because I made $938.88 from this one post. Now that isn't my total income, because as you can see I made $1,260.28. I'll show you where the other money came from in just a second, but just that one link there, okay, there's actually 4 links in my review, but they all say the same thing. So somebody has clicked one of these 4 links. Yeah, 106 different people have clicked one of those 4 links to go through to the sales page, and out of those 106 people, 54 people have made a purchase, which made me $938. How about that? So this just gives you, I wanted to show you this so you know 110% that what I'm showing you right now works. Okay, it isn't a fluke, because I do this all the time. I do this all the time and I get conversions like this. Quite often than not, I get higher conversions than 50%. Yeah, most people will never ever get 50% conversions. These types of conversions are unheard of in the internet marketing niche. Most people don't get anywhere near these conversions. If we look further down the list, I've also had some clicks, because my first email, I sometimes send an email direct to the sales page, and I've made 12 sales, yeah, direct to the sales page, and that made me $171. So straight out of the gate, within the first hour, I made most of these sales in the first hour, because these are the people that have already watched the review on my blog at a different date, maybe like a day before or like a few hours before. So then as soon as I email them, they click on the link and go straight to the sales page. Also, now this is the interesting one, I also made $134 direct from YouTube. Yeah, YT stands for YouTube. If we go to my blog here and click on the actual YouTube video, yeah, traffic problem solved, okay. If we go to YouTube here, look, and then we look at this video, this link here, yeah, where it's got YT at the end, that is the tracking link for this. You can see, look, okay. So out of all the people that search YouTube, bearing in mind these are just relative, these are fairly small products, okay. These aren't massive, $1 million kind of launches. These are fairly small products in the internet marketing space. And out of the people that have searched YouTube, some people have come direct to my video. I've directed them below after I've made my review, because at the end of the video I tell them to click below if they want to grab the course direct from YouTube, and they click this link, go through, and they can buy. So even if you don't have a blog and you don't have an email list, you can still make money. And this is what you really should be excited about, because even if you don't have a list, even if you don't even have a blog, you don't even need a website for this to work. You could just make a video, and do you remember what I said in video, I think it was video number 1, I said to you, didn't I, that you don't need all of these platforms to make money. Now I'm going to show you as we progress into the course why you should really have a blog and why you really do need to build an email list. However, if you really are stuck, then you can just make money direct from YouTube, because these are the people that are just searching on YouTube, and they come through, and this is a 57% conversion rate. Yeah, so the more people I would have had go to my video, the more sales I would have had. And 57.1% conversion rate, $9.63 EPC. So for every person that clicked a link on my video from YouTube, I made $9 from. That's not actually buying a product, that's just like 14 people clicked a link, and out of those 8 people purchased and made me $134. I'm not going to get into the EPC because that can be quite confusing sometimes, but just remember $134. Now, do you think you could just make a quick video, a quick review, a quick 10-minute review talking about a product which you have just gone through, which you have just learned from yourself, just giving your honest opinion to other people about what you thought of it? Because this is all you need to do. Now, I'm not going to say it takes no work, because I think you've realized by now that I don't kind of peddle that rubbish. You know, there is a little bit of work to do. However, it gets easier in time, and 14 clicks resulted in 8 sales. Now, this is not typical. This doesn't mean every single one that you make you're going to make $134, you know, every video that you make for YouTube. Some you could make $500, other ones you could make $5. It depends on how good your review is. It depends on how big the product is. If a lot of people are kind of pushing it, if it's had a lot of marketing before it's been released, a lot of kind of hype, a lot of anticipation, then that kind of builds the buzz up in the marketplace, and then more people search for it on YouTube. So there's lots of different kind of things at stake, lots of different kind of variables at work, and that will really depend on how much money you make from YouTube if you were only to make videos for YouTube. But if you were to follow this course exactly how I recommend you to follow it, and that is to build a blog as well, then this is kind of the icing on the cake, and this will make it a lot more profitable, and we'll go over that I think in the next video. But I just wanted to show you exactly how this works, and to put you at ease, and this does work. You know, you can see the conversions that I've made, $1,260.28, and don't think this is over like weeks and weeks. This is only over about 4 or 5 days, and I do many of these little promotions per month. Yeah, so this is the power behind what I'm teaching you here. And while you're out enjoying yourself, while you're traveling around, and this is how I make my money, while I'm out and I'm in my camper van, I'm making money and I'm making sales like this. Yeah, because it's how you set things up from the start. You know, when I leave, I just maintain things, and I just send out a few extra emails once I'm out there, yeah, in my camper van on the road, which we will get into later in the course. So I wanted to put you at ease to show you the power behind this and how effective it really is, because I know what it's like. You go through these courses and people are like, okay, yes, okay, maybe I can make a bit of money, but what, $10, $20? No, this is serious money. I want you to fully understand that this is extremely profitable. And as I said, at the very least, if you don't have a blog and you don't even have an email list, you can still make a video and direct people to click the link below your video. Now, I also have a link which goes direct to my blog, where they can go to my blog and watch the full review. But if you didn't have a blog, the only link you would have here is going direct to the sales page, and that is good enough for you to build a $50 to $100 per day income. There's people that do this but are very, very quiet about it. They obviously don't, the people that just rely on their YouTube videos to make their money, they just kind of, I would say, quietly do it. They don't make too much fuss about it, and they certainly don't advertise the fact that they make some good money on YouTube, because these guys are just relying on YouTube for their income, so it's a little bit different. Whereas me, I don't really care about YouTube quite so much, because YouTube videos for me are just a means to get my message across, because I actually put that video on my blog and then send people to my blog. Yeah, I don't send people to the YouTube video, I send people to the actual blog post on my blog. So for me, my YouTube videos are obviously important, but I don't just rely on the YouTube videos to make me money. So this is why I say to you, make sure you have a blog, and you can use like a similar strategy and you paste your review on your blog. So let's go over the things that we've talked about in this video. You go to Muncheye, as I said. Yeah, you go to Muncheye, choose a product, contact the vendor, get a review copy, and then you can go over the entire product, and then you can make your honest review. Now what I normally do, I use Camtasia Studio to make my videos, but there is a paid service. So what I'm going to do is recommend a tool called Screencast-O-Matic, which we did talk about, didn't we, in video 2. You can use this and start to make your videos for completely free. Now once you've made your video, yeah, you can upload it to YouTube, just as I do. Yeah, upload your video to YouTube. Obviously you need a YouTube account, which is what I said to you in video 1 for all of your foundation. Upload your video to YouTube, and then what you can do is while the video is being uploaded to YouTube, which normally takes 10 to 15 minutes, you can start your actual review. The first thing I do is get my video out there, and then I make the review afterwards. Yeah, even if you don't have an email list, it's still a good move to put your videos on your blog. Yeah, because later in the course we're going to talk about the actual strategy that I personally use. Yeah, which I've given you a lot of the information so far, but there's still some kind of twists and extra things that I do to make this entire method a lot more effective. So what I would do if I was you is get your blog set up, and then put your video review in your blog post, and then drive people to your actual post. Yeah, to your actual blog post where your review is. And this is exactly what I do. So that's what you need to do. Make the product review. Yeah, look at my reviews to see how I structure things, and then you can make a review yourself. Yeah, Screencast-O-Matic if you don't have any software. Yeah, create the review. You can either leave it on YouTube if you don't have anything else like any other platforms, or post it to your blog like I do here, and you can use a very, very similar layout. So you can go over to my blog. I'm not going to give you like an exact template like right here, because you can just see how I do it on my blog. Okay, and if you're not sure, just come over to paulnicholsblog.com and just take a look. So that is the end of video number 2. It's been quite a long video, but I really wanted to get some points across and really explain how to do all of this, and I wanted you to be crystal clear that what I'm showing you here definitely works. Yeah, this is the campaign, and you can see, look, blog, and I've made some very, very nice money from that one blog post alone, from that one review. And I do reviews like this all the time. I've got tons and tons of other reviews that I've done where I've made a similar amount of money in a very short space of time. So this does work, and this is extremely profitable. So follow along in the rest of the videos, and I'll show you everything else that I do, and how you can set everything up yourself and get going to make some money in the next couple of days. So I'll see you in the next video, which will be video number 3.